Hey, how's it going, everybody? Steven here with Games Are Hard, joined by Tori, Lucas, the best spirit in the business, and Robert. So,
are you actually stopping saying that?
So Pokemon Sun and Moon came out last Friday. You went to the midnight release. You went to the midnight release. How was that?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
We didn't get our posters though.
I got
because we
no
stayed
posters.
In the car. Yeah, we
That's
stayed
the whole
in
point
the
of
car.
pre-ordering.
We didn't pre-order.
No, we didn't pre-order,
well,
but they were giving
never
out posters, and they were like, "Oh, we couldn't find you," so that was a little sad.
That's sad. We want to talk to you
sideburns right now.
about our first impressions of Pokemon Sun and Moon. I've been playing it. I'm about 22 hours in. Robert, how far are you?
I'm just wondering. I'm past where you are in the game.
Right.
But I've only been playing it for like 12 hours. No,
yeah,
maybe 15.
I was just messing around mostly. Tori, how far are you?
I'm checking.
She's checking. There's a couple new things, Robert. I want you to lay down what you like first. What do we like? What are we fans of?
So this might actually be my favorite Pokemon game from what I've seen so far. I've been really enjoying this, and I think it's mainly because of the variety of Pokemon that they give to you at the start and the specific movesets they give them. The other games, it just sort of felt like they gave the Pokemon they put at the start, that just whatever moves worked with them like that. They didn't really plan it. This one, it seemed very planned. All the moves worked well with each other. There wasn't any really slow moves. One of the moves I just hate is Furry Swipes. It just takes so long for it to go through, but I didn't find any Pokemon at the start of the game that had Furry Swipes, and by the time that you started seeing Pokemon with Furry Swipes, it just was a move that isn't very good. And so the battles are quick, and they're not some battles are longer, but they're still interesting, whereas a Furry Swipe battle is long and not very interesting at all. As well as the new abilities they've added, just one in particular, the first Yungoos, which is the normal type that you get on the first route.
Trump the Pokemon.
Trump? What are you talking about?
Because he looks like Trump with the hair.
The hair.
People have been wonder trading him, naming him as Trump.
Okay.
Like in huge amounts. It's pretty funny.
His ability, though, where it's when your opponent switches out a Pokemon, it does double damage. I just think that's one of the coolest abilities.
What is that? The Pursuit?
It's like Pursuit, but it hits the Pokemon that gets switched in for double damage.
Ooh.
So.
Tori, what's one thing you're a fan of in this new Pokemon game?
The trials, better than the gyms.
No gyms. No gyms.
No, it's pretty cool actually. It's different.
I like the trials.
I don't want to spoil that much, so.
I'll just say I prefer gyms, but their trials are still good.
I would say I'm a big fan of the new Pokedex little thing with they put what's that Pokemon they put inside it?
The electric one.
Yeah, they put him inside. So now it has a personality and it talks to you. And I'm looking down at my bottom screen and it's saying stuff as you're going along, and I really like that.
It's not intrusive as well. Other games where they implement something like that, you actually have to click through what it's saying. But
That's
true.
I keep thinking I have to click though.
Oh.
Every time I see something at the bottom screen,
I press
I'm
B, and then
but then
I don't
I'm
need to.
wait, it's not doing anything. I'm confused.
Oh, another thing I like is that they took out HMs. And
Did they?
Yes, they turned old HMs into a riding Pokemon that you ride.
Oh, the riding Pokemon are so cool because you don't have to have a Pokemon that has that ability. It just magically appears one, and you can do whatever you want.
I feel that's something that I liked the first time I played Pokemon, but now it's just something that's
you always have to carry a Pokemon that has Fly and Cut and Rock Throw.
You don't need Fly. You need Surf.
For those of you who don't know, Lucas hasn't played it, but he's here because these games are hard.
So for the HM moves, and you don't have a Pokemon that can use the HM moves, it just gives you the Pokemon?
Yeah, you just press Y, it brings up all the ones you've acquired so far, you press X, and then that one spawns. You don't like that? You like that?
You just pull a Pokemon out of thin air?
I mean, it's like natural Pokemon.
No, they give you it's like a collar thing, a pager, and it pages the Pokemon.
It's like when you call Epona in Zelda.
It's not just coming out of your
I was like, you call in a Pokemon with the move? What?
No, yeah.
And it just gives you a
I really like that.
Thematically, I like the old way because it was you build your team for both adventuring and battling.
It was so annoying. I always had to have it.
It got tedious.
Because I could only teach Fly to one of my Pokemon, and then I had to have the Pokemon with me all the time.
Charizard all the way, but then...
You don't need Fly, Steven. You can get from every place pretty quickly without.
No, it's just
I like
flying.
flying.
I like
Because then I jump
flying.
up and then fly away, and then I come back
Especially
down.
for the new one, you can't get to island. You have to take the ferry.
Yeah, the ferries.
No, don't do that. Just fly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other thing I want to say is I love how it tells me
Don't ask.
because I am a Pokemon noob, and even after playing I've played 6 Pokemon games, beaten like 2 of them, and there's still Pokemon I don't understand or no, I don't understand everything, and so it tells me the effectiveness of all my moves, and when I'm gonna switch to a new Pokemon, it tells me which of its moves are effective, and I'm like, thank you. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just like hand holding me, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'm very on board with that.
I'd prefer if it's.
Can you turn it off and on, or
No,
like it just
I don't
stays
think
there,
you can.
right?
I'd prefer if it told you what the opposing type was, so you didn't have to memorize all the types, but you still.
But then
had
I
to-
still have to know which types are
Yeah.
like it's really really
The one
accessible,
thing,
you
the
know?
one thing it does do is the first time you meet the Pokemon, it doesn't give it to you. So
That's true.
That I'll give it a pass because of that.
yeah, Robert gives it
but
a pass.
I do like sort of having to think that through. At least I did. I don't really like it anymore, but I feel like for newer players, when I first started playing, I liked having to think that through as far as what would be super effective.
And what do we think of the big changes differences between Sun and Moon? Mainly,
I don't know the difference. Are these like?
There's only there's not many differences.
the big one I noticed is there's 12 hours. Moon is just 12 hours ahead of the current time, whereas Sun is current time, if that makes sense. So whatever your clock's set to on your DS, that's the in-game time. But for Moon, it's 12 hours ahead. Yeah, right? So it's like...
That's brilliant.
And
I
of
don't know,
course,
it's
there's
cool.
the exclusive Pokemon, which is just in every Pokemon game. Nothing special there.
Yeah. What do we think of the starters, first of all? Who did you pick, Robert?
Rowlet.
Who did you pick, Tori?
Rowlet.
I picked Rowlet, too. But I have
Yeah.
I have Poplio and Litten.
What
And
is Poplio?
Yeah, okay.
I love
Please.
Poplio. I love Poplio.
Poplio
Wow.
might take my
Look
place
at you just
for
sitting
worst
there.
starter. I think
Worst starter. It's
yes.
so cute.
Okay, so
and it's
Poplio
it's
is.
going
Do you know what
past
Poplio is?
Torchic.
Seal, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
seal.
but it's
I
like
would've-
it's like an acting seal. So
I
like
would have
it.
picked it.
It's
Yeah.
got a
And then
thing
wait for it
around
to
its
evolve.
neck. No. It's
No,
got a thing
okay.
around its neck, Lucas, that isn't excusable. Pokemon
It's
shouldn't
not
wear
like-
clothes. I've already expressed my concerns about Pokemon wearing clothes.
Some of them look cool though. Like
This
the
is-
one wearing pants. What is it?
Scraggly?
Yeah, like it's not
This
actually
is a
clothing, but
cultural
it's clothing.
simulation. They're turning Pokemon into people. It's not good.
Maybe
Okay,
Pokemon.
then why is Jinx okay?
Maybe Pokemon.
It's not okay.
Maybe
Well-
Pokemon are growing with people and
It's
and
adapting.
It's
Yeah.
It's
adapting.
adapting to the culture around it.
They'll
Or
take
it's
over.
Assimilating.
They're gonna
It's
take
losing
over.
all its
Soon they will be
culture.
superior and they will fight us
One
instead
moment
of us
I-
fighting them.
I
And
don't
then
like-
the next Pokemon game becomes very political.
it's just an answer to the election.
On a note of the starters, though, I found that I trashed my starter essentially. I don't use it. I leveled up to level 10 and I haven't used it since.
Oh, what do you use?
If you want my, we don't need current teams, but I mean, I use a different set of Pokemon that I feel is.
I got Pichu and then
Competitively.
tried to make
have
it as
Pichu?
happy as possible to get Pikachu, and I got
I-
Pikachu and I was so happy.
Promise you, I have never caught a Pichu or a
Do you have Sun or
Pichu
Moon?
or a Pikachu
Steven.
I have
ever
Sun.
in a game before. Like ever in a Pokemon game. Like I don't know what it
They're
is. They
always
just
rare.
hate me.
I caught Pichu like very early. I caught him on Route 1.
Oh really? No, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. The other thing I want to say is I can't get over in every Pokemon game just the dumbest dialogue I find and dialogue options. It's painful. There was one point I was having a conversation with someone, and it got to the point, and my 2 options for dialogue were sure and comma,
Oh, okay.
sure.
Yeah, actually, this is really bad.
And I was like, why even give the player a choice
The
in this
options.
situation? It's so dumb.
They added so many times when you have an option of what to say, and you can tell by what the person reacts to what you're saying is that it doesn't matter what you say, they say the exact same thing.
Yes, I've
noticed
a
that.
generic,
I've
it's
noticed
a generic
that.
response. It doesn't matter what you would have said, they always say the same thing. It's like, why are you continually giving us choices?
It's
Well,
If
more
it
like a
means
press A to
nothing.
continue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more like a press A to continue. Like, you want to respond? Okay, here, press A.
No, but
Yeah.
I have no choice.
to
If I
respond
want to,
with
if
the
I want to
proper
keep
thing.
going, then I have to. So it's just I'm really unimpressed with the dumb dialogue in this game.
I am a fan of the just not the choices, but the dialogue that some of the dumb dialogue. Like I remember in or Oris, or like Omega Ruby is Omega Ruby. That's correct.
Yes.
Although I played Alpha Sapphire. Anyways,
Oh.
Alpha Sapphire, Steven in the game is at one point makes this heartfelt speech about how Latios's beauty is that of a sunstone. No, it is much more than a sunstone. It is that of a shiny stone. I thought that was a top quality quote there.
It's the type of poetry Robert
But like
lives
people
for.
are playing the game not to read the dialogue, but to like.
I mean,
play
I
the
would be
game.
totally
know that.
fine reading the dialogue if it meant something,
Yeah.
and my input
don't
actually changed
What?
anything.
Okay, well.
Because some
Now
like,
that
I
said, the
personally-
game is aimed at a younger demographic.
I don't think it is,
I
actually.
think it.
No.
I really think it is.
I
don't
think
think
it's shooting for the nostalgia. market.
Currently, I think they've lost that audience. Kids don't have 3DSs.
They don't.
Then-
People our age have 3DSs.
If that's the case, then why is it so dumbed
For
down for
nostalgia.
the dialogue?
Yeah.
The dialogue
And-
is painful.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
they have it easy enough that new players, like kids, can play with the EXP share. But if you turn that EXP share off, it's a fairly difficult game.
Oh,
Okay,
when
so
that
then-
EXP showed up, I was like, "This is back, okay," and it's great.
You use it?
I use it.
Yeah.
I turn it off and
Figures, Fire Emblem,
on.
Phoenix.
Figures.
Mode. Yes.
Some shade.
I
don't know if
just
that's
like
been mentioned
collect-
on the podcast.
I just
on
like
the
collecting
podcast
Pokemon.
before, but,
I'm at like
Steven plays Fire Emblem and Phoenix Mode.
I'm at 45% of the Meal Pokedex, and like
45%.
Yeah, like
Wow.
I'm catching those Pokemon.
Do you play to catch Pokemon, or do you play to actually like do the story?
I gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
I gotta. I just
I'm there to beat
the top
yeah,
people.
the
There's
top
no
people.
elite. It's like trials in this one. But the other thing I'll say is, I get so bored sometimes when I'm like going through the routes, and I just keep like just getting stopped every couple feet, and I'm like, just
Yeah.
let me.
Literally like this much. I promise you, it was like
That's
this
like half
much.
a 3DS screen.
And well, okay, but like. Either way,
Depending
I
on
don't want
which
to be
screen you're
stopped
playing
in
on.
like this little of an area and
5
be
times,
stopped like
right?
5 times, like over and
Ooh,
over and over
okay,
again.
okay.
It's ridiculous.
Tori, how much do you hate when Pokemon calls in another Pokemon to help it
Oh.
when you're trying to catch up?
Okay.
And
Let's
it just
just-
keeps going.
Ugh.
I've done it like 12 different Pokemon in one battle.
I know, it's ridiculous. Like honestly, like it just gets so frustrating that like I just want to turn the game off.
It's
like I don't
so
want to
annoying.
play anymore.
As soon as
Especially-
it says, and because it can do its move and then still call for help,
Yeah.
right? So it hurts me and then calls for help, and then another one drops down. I beat that one. The other one calls.
The worst is though is you would
Probably
think
get,
that
like, a
the
ton of XP.
original one that called for
Yeah.
help would be the only one that could call for help. Like the other ones.
Yeah, but the
wouldn't
new
be
one can call for help,
But they
too.
can all call for help, so it's just like a continuous line of like having to get them down to like almost nothing HP
It's
or
yeah.
It's just,
I
it's just
eventually
horrible.
Rowlet. I used his like Razor Leaf, and I just took them both down and killed them both in
Yeah.
one move, and I was like,
But if you didn't pick Rowlet, then
you're screwed. If you don't
Like,
have
it's
an
just,
attack that can take out multiple Pokemon at once, or
like poison them.
they call and no one comes, and you can kill it in one move, you're just stuck in this vicious cycle, and it's really very upsetting.
I like the mechanic, but they do it like almost every 2 moves, and I feel like it should be
Yeah.
switched down to like on average every 5 moves.
And I feel like it should do it when it's actually in trouble, you know? Like when I have its health down to red.
Oh.
Then you can call somebody.
Oh, let's talk about the berries.
The
When you go
berries.
and get a berry underneath a tree, sometimes there'll be a Pokemon that pops out at you. And fine, whatever, I get it. Like Pokemon eating berries. But like it gets to the point where like it gives you the option of running, and then so you run, but you can't continue, you can't grab the berries until you defeat that Pokemon, and then it'll call for help, and it'll be this whole thing. And I did this so much. It called for help like 7 times.
Because I've done this many times.
And then
this has never happened.
I was like, okay, well, you know, it finally gave me the option of running. I was like, okay, let's run. And then I did that all for nothing because it just another Pokemon popped up, and I
It's
was
the
like,
same Pokemon because you didn't defeat it.
It's so upsetting though. Like we need that's
It's
my
ridiculous.
big sticking point so far with Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm having a great time. What's
Yeah,
up,
me
Lucas?
too.
How fast? Like how fast paced is the game, or is it like
It's
slow?
still pretty slow, and
Because-
actually,
okay.
It's actually slower than
it's
XY.
actually slower than
Is
XY.
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like
the
plotting a
beginning
point.
was just,
Okay,
But like it's not tedious as much as I
No, no,
said.
no.
It's not as tedious.
Not as
Okay.
tedious,
It's
but
not
it's still pretty
tedious.
slow. And the other thing I will say, I'm noticing I'm
Okay.
getting lag in my game. I don't know
Oh,
about you
yes,
guys.
same.
The lag is actually pretty bad. in a few battles,
Like,
especially in the four.
I
in the-
haven't really had that problem.
There's a 4-player battle where 4 trainers are fighting at once, and the lag in that, like, it's like they're teleporting across the screen.
Oh, you're having frame rate lag.
Oh, yeah.
I've had to, like, I select a move and then it waits like 3 seconds before anything happens.
I'm having mad
Oh, okay.
frame rate
because
Like,
I
it's-
have not had frame
and
rate.
I have a new 3DS, right? And I'm still getting frame rate
That's
lag.
interesting because
I'm pretty sure
frame rate. I just have like processing lag
where it takes a while to execute, right?
Yeah.
But one of these issues is probably why they didn't include 3D as an option. Because this is like the
Yeah.
first Pokemon game for 3DS that doesn't have 3D as an option. Especially because it's so late in the cycle, they probably know no one uses the feature.
Okay,
and they can,
I just want to ask this lag, like X and Y had lag. It was tolerable though. Like, is this really?
It's tolerable.
Okay, tolerable. Okay, I know what you mean then, because X and Y had the same sort of.
yeah, I'm counting the same thing.
Alright, who's the person that wants to play me? Hi guys.
What's up, Jan?
Hi.
What are your thoughts on Pokemon X and Y? Pokemon Sun and Moon so far.
I don't know. Actually,
Literally X
I
and
don't
Y.
even own a DS.
Okay, what are your thoughts on
3DS.
Pokemon X and Y?
I haven't played that either. I haven't played anything before. After Platinum.
What were your thoughts on Platinum?
Platinum was a great game. Actually.
Great game.
It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Everyone should get
So
Platinum.
sweet.
I have a Platinum poster in my room. Chris, what are you playing in your 3DS?
I'm playing Pokemon.
What do you think of Pokemon Sun and Moon in
It's
2
good.
sentences?
It's
Anything
good.
that you
It's
don't
interesting.
like.
What do you like? What do you don't like?
Yeah.
What do you like first?
I like the fact that everything's different. There's no more gyms.
Yeah.
No more gyms.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Big selling point.
I don't like the fact that everything's different. There's no more gyms.
Oh, so yeah.
There's
He's torn.
things about it that I don't like, but there's things about it that I love.
Thank you for your thoughts.
So
Thank you everyone for listening.
Wait.
Wait.
Oh.
Maybe.
So the frame rate lag, maybe it's so that like when they port it to NX or Switch as Pokemon Stars, it'll be 60 frames.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Steven, joined by Lucas, Tori, Robert, and Puri. Thank you, and if you like what you heard, give us a subscribe.
No.
I am still getting this wrong.